we found out that we were going to be going to all online. Obviously, we had concerts in the works, so it was like, we've got to do something.
The first four people on the top left are all the sopranos, and the next four people are the alto ones. On the second row, the next five people are the alto ones. Then you've got the tenor ones, and then the last row is tenor twos and basses. So you see visually that each section, when they sing together, they're singing kind of as a unit.
It was really interesting. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know about this, because I know whenever we're together, our choir makes, like, every concert we have is beautiful. But now, I'm just excited to do another song like this. Like, I heard it and I was just like, wow, this is amazing.
Getting to kind of share that and share that sense of community, that sense of, like, just kind of hope, like, we're going to make it through this, sort of. That's where it feels the most like, oh, yes, that's what we wanted.
A May day at the ballpark. The Columbus Tops Little League traveling team is on the field. On the mound is pitcher Lucas Evans, and catching is his longtime friend, Cord Saporito. These two guys, Lucas and Cord, have a lot more in common than just baseball. In fact, they share a bond that goes all the way back to birth. Lucas was not supposed to arrive the day he did. He was born at Joplin's Freeman Hospital 6 weeks early.
I was pretty fearful. I just didn't know what to expect as far as being that early. And then he was put in the NICU.
At about the same time, Lacey's friend Angie was at nearby St. John's Hospital in early labor. But when her contractions became less frequent, her doctor said Angie should go home to Columbus to wait.
I was not very happy because it was a Sunday morning and the family could all be there if he'd just keep me, but he went ahead and sent me home.
That day was May 22nd, 2011. We all know what happened next. The tornado that just missed the hospital where one baby was in the NICU destroyed the hospital where another baby was nearly born. Angie saw the horror play out on TV.
Here our whole family would have been there, that it would have been a lot different for us. And as soon as that hit me, I immediately was in tears. I was very upset, anxiety set in, and contractions started.
Now time was short. Angie and her husband returned to Joplin, this time dealing with tornado debris and police barricades en route to Freeman, where Cord was born the next morning. One child born earlier than expected, one born later. And in the short time between those births, Joplin changed with the speed of a fastball. A lot has changed over the 10 years since. The sons of friends became friends themselves, teammates in football and soccer and wrestling, and of course, baseball. You like playing together?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
We're good friends. We've been friends, I think, ever since, like, maybe first grade, kindergarten, maybe preschool.
The tornado that will forever be part of their history will never be part of their memory. Their focus is sports, with the help of a couple of assistant coaches, their dads.
I think that's a good thing what sports teaches. Like, not everything's going to be great. When it's great, it's great. But when it's not that good, you got to find a way to figure it out, fight through that adversity.
How to handle winning and losing.
How to handle losing.
Yeah.
You learn more from losses, I think. But
Do you? How so?
just how to bounce back from them.
Oh, absolutely. I am much more appreciative of spring days where it's calm and we can just be home and enjoy being outside.
Is 10 years a long time or a short time?
I think short time.
Is 10 years a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah? For a couple of guys about to move on from the 9 and under baseball league, 10 years is like a lifetime. Certainly time enough to learn that even when you're down, you got to keep on swinging. You should lean on friends, learn from family, and appreciate the simple joy of being safe at home.
Well, you have these beautiful mountains in southwest Missouri. I mean, they are gorgeous mountains, and they have tons of these little streams.
We just enjoy it. It's nice. It's I don't want to say it's a peaceful float because there's always a lot of people, but the river's wide, it's beautiful, lots of nice gravel bars to stop on. A little more fun later in the year when it warms up a little, but it's still a beautiful day today. We like it because the water's clean. There's a lot of good swimming spots. It's still deep, but lots of good gravel bars to stop at. So, and there's always lots of excitement. There's always plenty of people. It's fun to people watch, that's for sure. It's more fun to float rivers where you can see what's going on in the river for me. I mean, I enjoy watching like the wildlife, the turtles, stuff like that. So you see a lot of wildlife on this river. You can see the fish swimming a lot of times. So for me, that's enjoyable. I mean, when I say clean, obviously there's beer cans floating around here and there, but overall the river I consider it to be a clean river. Oh, it's great. This is a good river to start on. You don't have a lot of real serious trouble spots, especially after the spring when the water goes down a little. There's not really too many places that you'll get into trouble on this river. So for a novice or a beginner, it's a good river to float. Pretty wide open, not any real tight spots that you have to panic over.
He just messaged us and asked if it's something we wanted to take on and tackle, and I said let's give it a shot. So we got the bike from him on like a Monday and completed the whole project within about 14 days. Well, he actually, that's kind of how he broke off the conversation, was he's like, you may not believe me, but we're building a motorcycle for Shaquille O'Neal, and I was kind of surprised by that. It's like an electric, we call it like an electric street bike, and what we did was pretty much started with that base, and then he had some measurements of Shaq, and we just pretty much started with a complete frame from scratch, complete fuel tank and everything, and stretched it all apart, lowered it, bunch of aftermarket parts to handle how big he is. I actually probably couldn't even ride the bike personally because it's so much bigger than what I am. We took 12.5 inches out of the center of it and stretched it apart. His legs are like 20 inches longer than mine. Yeah, so we just got 2 orders in. It's gonna be totally different, different style of bike than what we did. We kind of did like a street bike before. Now we're gonna be doing kind of a more laid back bike. We're actually just now working out the details, so to figure out, but he wants it to match one of his cars.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, can't wait to ride it, thank you, thank you. You gotta do that. This is a real bike. Yeah, he said I know how to ride.